Getting older doesn't mean giving up your freedom. It means being smarter about how you drive. But with hundreds of SUVs on the market, how do you know which one actually makes life easier for seniors? Which one lets you slide in and out without killing your knees? Which one won't confuse you with a spaceship dashboard? That's exactly what I figured out for you. I spent hours researching through Edmunds and Consumer Reports, plus digging into real owner forums to hear what actual seniors and their families are saying in the real world. The result? A definitive list of the 7 best SUVs for seniors in 2026, ranked from good to absolute best, based on easy entry and exit, visibility, safety technology, comfort, and reliability. Whether you're shopping for yourself or a loved one, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which SUV makes the most sense. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most underrated name on this list. Nobody talks about the Buick Encore, and that's honestly a shame, because US News and World Report named it the most reliable option for senior drivers in 2026. And when you look at what it offers, it's hard to argue with that. The ride height is perfect. Not too low where you're dropping yourself in, not so high you need a step stool. You just sit down, naturally, the way it should be. Visibility is excellent, thanks to large windows and thin pillars, and the cabin is genuinely quiet. Buick uses something called quiet tuning to dampen road noise, which makes a real difference on longer drives. Every 2026 Encore GX comes standard with automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, lane keep assist, and automatic high beams. Higher trims add blind spot steering assist and a surround vision camera for tight parking. Starting at $28,900, it's also one of the most affordable picks on this list. If you want a no-drama, reliable daily driver that just works, this is it. Here's something most people don't think about when buying a car. What happens 3 years from now if something goes wrong? That's where the Kia Sportage has everyone else beat. Kia offers a 5-year bumper-to-bumper and 10-year powertrain warranty, the best in the entire industry. For seniors on a fixed income, that kind of long-term protection is worth a lot. But it's not just about the warranty. The Sportage has wide opening doors, comfortable seat heights, and a roomy interior that doesn't feel cramped. The hybrid version, which I'd strongly recommend, brings smoother, quieter power delivery and up to 39 miles per gallon. Less stops at the gas station, less noise, less stress. The tech is modern, but not overwhelming. Heated seats, wireless charging, blind spot monitoring, all available without requiring a tech degree to figure out. Starting around $28,190 for the hybrid. Strong value, outstanding long-term peace of mind. Quick note on this one. Mazda discontinued the CX-5 after 2025, so you won't find a 2026 version. But new 2025 units are still sitting on dealer lots right now, and honestly, it absolutely deserves a spot on this list. Step up to the door, open it wide, and just sit down. The seat height on the CX-5 is what Mazda calls chair level. Your hips barely have to move. For anyone with stiff knees or hip pain, that detail alone is a game changer. Inside, Mazda made a choice that I deeply respect. Real physical knobs for the climate and audio. You don't have to take your eyes off the road to turn up the heat. Simple, the way it should be. The cabin is genuinely quiet and upscale. It feels like a luxury car without the luxury price tag, starting around $30,000. All-wheel drive is available. The front seats are supportive on long drives, and the cargo floor is low enough that loading groceries, or a folding walker, is completely effortless. If you can still find one at a dealership, don't sleep on it. Now, we move into a different league entirely. The Genesis GV70 is the luxury pick on this list, and if your budget allows for it, it might just be the most enjoyable SUV you'll ever own. Genesis is Hyundai's luxury brand, and while it doesn't have the name recognition of BMW or Mercedes, the 2026 GV70 is an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winner. That's the highest safety rating you can get, period. The ride is something special. It absorbs bumps and road imperfections in a way that cheaper SUVs simply can't match. Reviewers consistently describe it as floating. The seats are plush and supportive, the cabin is hushed, and the materials feel genuinely premium everywhere you look. For 2026, Genesis gave it a refresh. Sleeker styling, and a massive 27-inch unified screen that combines the gauge cluster and infotainment. Importantly, they kept physical buttons alongside it. You're not forced to tap a screen to do basic things. Standard features include power seats, parking distance alerts, attention warnings, and a powered liftgate. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included. A surround view camera makes tight parking almost stress-free, starting at $48,985. Not cheap, but for seniors who want the absolute best comfort and safety, the GV70 delivers every single mile. AARP, the largest senior organization in America, tested dozens of SUVs for entry and exit. Their verdict? The Honda CR-V is the best small SUV for getting in and out. Full stop. That's not a small thing. For seniors with hip issues, bad knees, or just the natural stiffness that comes with age, getting in and out of a car multiple times a day adds up. The CR-V has large door openings, front and rear, and the seat height works for virtually every body type. Beyond entry and exit, Honda sensing comes standard on every single trim. That means automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and a traffic sign reader right out of the box. Physical knobs for climate and volume mean you're never hunting through menus while driving. The hybrid trims, and 4 of the 7 trim levels are hybrid, bring quieter operation and 35 to 40 miles per gallon. Lower running costs, smoother power, less engine noise on the highway. Honda's reliability record speaks for itself. One owner I came across put it perfectly. When his mother broke her ankle and spent 3 months in a boot, the CR-V was the car she chose every single time. That says everything. Starting around $32,370, the Toyota RAV4 is the best-selling SUV on the planet. And for 2026, Toyota made a bold move. Every single trim is now hybrid only. No more choosing between gas and hybrid. Every RAV4 you buy is a hybrid. The result? Up to 48 miles per gallon in the city. Smoother, quieter acceleration, less vibration, less engine noise. For senior drivers who spend a lot of time in traffic or on long highway stretches, that refinement is immediately noticeable. US News gave it a 9.1 out of 10 and named it the top vehicle for older drivers. The infotainment system received a complete redesign and was praised as one of the best offered in any vehicle in any class. High praise in a segment this competitive. Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 comes standard. Pedestrian detection, adaptive cruise control, lane departure assist, blind spot monitor. The windows are large, outward visibility is excellent, and the interior controls are laid out in a logical, intuitive way. Reliability? It's a Toyota RAV4. It will outlast almost anything else on this list. Resale value is also among the strongest in the segment, so if you ever decide to sell, you won't take a big hit. Starting at $33,000, easily one of the smartest purchases a senior driver can make in 2026. The best SUV for seniors in 2026 isn't the most expensive one. It's not the flashiest. It's the one that does everything right, and does it better than anyone else. Consumer Reports named the Subaru Forester the best new car for seniors. Not best SUV, best car, period. And when you spend time with it, you understand why. Start with visibility. The Forester has the largest windows of any compact SUV on the market. The A-pillars, those thick posts on either side of the windshield that block your view, are remarkably thin on the Forester. Blind spots are minimal. You can actually see what's around you, which sounds basic but is genuinely rare. Then there's the entry and exit. Large door openings, a low step-in height, and a seat position that feels completely natural. No climbing, no dropping, just sitting down. Every single Forester comes with all-wheel drive as standard. Not optional, not an upgrade, standard. That means rain, snow, wet leaves, gravel. You drive through it with confidence regardless of which trim you buy. EyeSight driver assist is also standard. Automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and evasive steering assistance. The interior is clearly laid out. Nothing overcomplicated, nothing that requires a tutorial. Cargo space? 35 cubic feet behind the rear seats, 76 cubic feet with them folded. Practical doesn't even cover it. Starting around $29,995, the Forester is also one of the more affordable picks on this list. For everything it offers, safety, visibility, accessibility, reliability, all-wheel drive, there is simply no better value for a senior driver in 2026. And that's the list. 7 SUVs that were built, tested, and proven to make life easier for senior drivers, not just on paper, but in the real world. If I had to give you one final piece of advice before you go to a dealership, don't just sit in the car in the showroom. Get in and out of it 5 times in a normal parking space. Drive it for at least 30 minutes on real roads. Because the car that feels fine in a wide-open showroom might feel completely different when you're squeezing into a tight grocery store lot. The right SUV keeps you independent, it keeps you confident, and it keeps you safe for years to come. If this video helped you, drop a comment below. I'd love to know which one you're considering for yourself or a loved one, and if you know someone who needs to see this, share it with them. See you in the next one.